to remind me of my sort of places in South Korea. Put a smile back on my face because I love these little alleyways. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at this. That's fresh. That is still... The name? Uragi? Uragi. Uragi. Good day, everyone. So, I'm in Busan, in an area. It's a zebra crossing, man. You've got to stop. Wow. Thank you. Beeping someone for crossing on a zebra crossing, pedestrian crossing. Crazy. So, we're in Busan, Nampo, and we've been here for about a week, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be making videos from Busan, and I'll explain to you why in just a moment. And basically, we've had such a good time here in South Korea, in Seoul, in Jeju, in Seogwipo, Jeju City, in Daegu, of course, where we were just before Busan. But we've kind of run out of time, and I thought it was going to be a lot cooler. That was one thing for sure when we got here to Busan, but it's been 32 degrees, feels like 38 degrees, so I think that's getting to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, is it? And it's been pretty warm, so it's getting towards evening time. I'm going to take you for a little walk and explain what we've been up to, and also why we're not going to be making videos here, apart from this one, which is saying goodbye, and a little walk through this amazing little night market that's just near our hotel while I have a chat. And we'll have a little look around while we're here. Some of the stalls are starting to set up. Got the fish cakes and the batter. Let's have a little look through. Look at those fish hanging up along there. Look. How cool is that? Hello. So I really wanted to make a lot more filming here in Busan. It was the first city I ever came to in Korea some years ago. It's the first place I ever found my love for Hotteok as well, in another suburb a little bit away from here. Look at all the food here. How cool is that? Lots going on. Would be a great place to spend a few weeks. But basically, we are running out of time. Our visa comes to an end very shortly, and we've got to get out of South Korea. But there's always another time, isn't there? And I was busy editing when I first arrived here for the first few days, trying to get some stuff edited ready for you guys. And then we just started running out of time. And I said, well, we haven't really got the time. It's super hot again. So we feel a little bit that we'd be better off concentrating on making this video, which is a goodbye and thank you to South Korea, and a little look around this neighborhood. There, mate. This guy's making crepes, and also the crepe, and what is this? Candy, yeah? Strawberry grapes. But this is not real, right? This is plastic.
Plastic.
Thank you, man. Now, there's a lot of this fried ice cream as well. People making Nutella. We've even got a guy doing the ice cream. The Turkish ice cream dipping. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of this market or this area. I know a little bit further down the street is the International Film Festival, the Busan International Film Festival Street, which is super famous, and there's a lot of food carts around that area. Certainly if you're thinking of coming here, I highly recommend it. We were planning at one time going to Japan after South Korea, but you know, with the sort of peak holiday season at the moment, and also the weather still being a little bit hot, we thought, well, we may just end up in another sort of hot and expensive environment. So we decided not to do that.
저거 있다네. 이게 똑같은 거야. 학생같이 옷 입고 다니네.
I have been getting out and about though. Haven't been sort of resting on my laurels and just editing. There's some big hills behind the hotel, sort of houses that are on these sort of famous slopes, which I won't get to film now, but I've been walking up into the hills. Okay, Gukje Market, so you can actually see the name. I mean, this is Gukje Market just opposite us here, but the whole area I think is called Gukje Market also, even this behind me. So you'll see here, Gukje Market. Now this one is technically a different market, but they still class it as Gukje Market, at least all the locals. When I first came here, they said, oh, go down to Gukje Market, there's great food there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do feel a little, it's our last maybe 2 days before we leave now. And I thought, well, I've got to come out and film one last time in South Korea, but I do feel a little sad. All these great scenes on the streets. There is a lady down here who does Hotteok. I'm not going to have one today because I just want to walk and talk for a moment. I had lots of things to talk about, but I've kind of gone a little blank. She's normally on this corner here. I think she's only in the morning times. Has a stall on this corner doing Hotteok. And I think this time of day she's packed up. There's actually a mobile stall, unless it's the next corner down, I could be wrong. There is a stall down here, so maybe it's this one. I might have a Hotteok later, not on camera, because I just want to walk and talk, but I can see she's actually trading. So this is the lady I was thinking of. And they do a special sort of Hotteok here. They sort of cut it in half and fill it with seeds. It's a little more expensive, 1,500, still ever so cheap. But here she is. 안녕하세요. So here they are. They cut these Hotteok open and they put the seeds inside, and they're very delicious. Thank you. Highly recommend. My first ever Hotteok was here in Busan, not at this lady's, down near Hyundai, on that beautiful beach area there. Was my first ever. I might actually, if I don't drop a clip in, I'll leave the link. You can go and see the first time I ever had when I fell in love with the Hotteok all those years ago. Anyway, so I'm telling you, I'm not filming in Busan. I'm kind of filming as I'm saying it, but you know, pointless doing this in the hotel room. I might as well come out on the streets and say to you. I was hoping we might get to the BIFF, the Busan International Film Festival Street. I'm not sure if it was around here somewhere, very close by. Across this street, the sun's getting very low down. So I think the BIFF Street is not far from us now. So if you've watched the whole series, you could tell me what were your highlights from South Korea? almost as if we've been here so long now it feels like home. That often happens with places we visit. This is the film festival, by the way. I can tell because it's got a clapperboard at the entrance. And I think further up, they probably haven't started to set up yet, but there's like a film strip running down the middle of the street, which is kind of cool. Let's go down here. The sun's a bit bright. It is a tiny bit cooler today. I think we're looking around 31 degrees Celsius. What is that, mid-80s Fahrenheit? Still pretty warm. I never did work out what these PC, I think they're like Pachinko or some sort of gambling house, but you see the PC signs all over the place here in Korea. I hope that sun's not too bright in your eyes. Got my sunnies on so I can just about bear it. This looks familiar. Let's come on this side. What about these little Honda Cubs? These great little vehicles. Michelle and I have coveted a Honda Cub ever since we've been here. We'd love to get one. This is a slightly bigger one, a CT10. So I don't know, it looks a little bigger than some of the Cubs I've seen. These little dark alleyways that go down into strange little basements with 5 dragons, royal flush, bet. A lovely cool air coming out of there as well, that's nice. So I think these are the food stalls that set up in the evening time. I just haven't got time at the moment to come and do a full video down here. We're trying to plan where we're going next. We haven't even got a hotel booked for 2 days from now. So you can imagine that we're kind of a little bit in a flurry trying to work out what to do. Ooh. Okay, that little alleyway down there. Ladies setting up. I can never understand how people can wear long trousers and a jacket in this heat. I'll tell you what, let's go down this way. Earlier this morning, went out for a walk, and there were lots of what I can only describe as pensioners. Pensioners out with little tongs, and they were when I say lots, there were possibly hundreds, but dozens upon dozens of pensioners with tongs picking up little bits of litter. So they were just walking around, social groups, picking up litter. It was kind of cool to watch. And I think that's why the streets generally here in South Korea, even though there are no places, no waste paper bins anywhere on the streets, which is one of the sort of things people always notice when they first come here, is it's so difficult to get rid of anything, you have to take it back with you. But generally, it does mean that the streets themselves keep really clean. But the smaller bits that do get onto the roads end up being picked up by these pensioners in the morning. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if they're on community service or whether there's I don't know, maybe if somebody could tell us what's going on there, we could pin that comment so that you can up to the community service. Are they earning a little extra cash? Is it just diligence? I don't know where the Busan International Film Festival street's gone, but there was a street earlier which had like a film strip, and it's definitely within this sector over here. I can see all the I think this is it basically. What is the name of this street? Because you've got another clapperboard here. Down here, There's a huge fish market. I think it's the biggest fish market in Asia or the biggest indoor fish market in Korea for sure. I might actually, before I leave, I might just go down there and do a little filming, maybe a separate video from this. So I'm not doing any videos in Busan, but there might be two. Let's see. See that sign there, Jegalchi? It's the Jegalchi fish market, so it's you probably can go under and get to it there. I might do that. But if I do, it'll be the next video after I say goodbye and there's nothing to film here in Busan. I'll do that video. Okay. So as I say, with a heavy heart, but also a joyous heart because we've had such a good time here. I want to say a big thank you to everyone in South Korea for having us, everybody we've met on this journey. Loved you all, and we will be back at some point, I'm sure. Take care. Michelle's not with me, she's actually busy trying to organise the hotel for the next day back in the room. Okay, I've turned the camera back on. I want to show you this part of the street. I mean, that's the tourist area we were just in. We are near the Jegalchi fish market, but outside, because this won't be in I won't include this in the fish market tour, but outside, look at this area here. This is down by the port. You're going to love this. I'm so pleased that I rocked up here. Let me just get across the street. I'm so pleased that I just rocked up to remind me of my sort of places in South Korea. Put a smile back on my face because I love these little alleyways. And these guys, the great big fishing poles. But it's these alleyways just opposite this white wall you can see here. The boats are on the other side. You can't get through to it as far as I know. But what I can say is this is the most amazing seafood restaurant area, and this is a lot less frequented by tourists, at least, you know, overseas tourists. Certainly the Korean tourists know this place and come down here, but look at this. They've got all the shellfish along here, fresh fish, bream, galchi, and right over there is the fish market. We're not going there at the moment. Let's come down this little alleyway here, just to remind you where you should be. Some of these look a little bit... I've noticed these fish, I don't know why they're always upside down, that there are a lot of them seem to be upside down, whether it's they're not healthy, but you'll see this particular fish, they're always upside down. And this guy's actually got a barbecue block on there. Hello. 안녕하세요. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at this. That's fresh. That is so. The name uragi. So this lady's going to be cooking. This is those. They're almost like an eel. It is an eel, really. Look at that. She pins it down there, cuts it open. Good selge. That goes down there, and then she's removing it. The actual body itself still wriggling. Beautiful, look at that. Now that is fresh, thank you. Oh, you're putting it on? Oh, okay, she's going to pop this straight on. The barbecue, still moving. That is fresh. Wow. You look at that. I'm sorry. Some of you may feel a bit squeamish about this. That is amazing, isn't it? Will you look at that? Now that's just the muscle twitching. So the fish is dead. It was interesting. I was down here the first night we arrived in the city. We came down here and there was a family with young children and they were sat at a table and these things were like pulsating on the table in front of the children. They were just oblivious to it. So, thank you. 감사합니다. Thank you. I know a lot of you will be going, that's horrible. But look, when in Rome, I bet you that tastes absolutely beautiful. But it's that fresh. It's an eel, I think, because you saw the slime on the outside surface of the fish. Oh, look at these. Galchi. Beautiful. And these are slightly dried, these fish. The lady's just sorting them out. Putting the best ones, tails forwards, mouths open. What's it? Gorongi? The name? This is galchi. Kalchi. And then tolgi. Tolgi. Okay, this is tolgi, galchi. Kalchi. I still probably pronounce it wrong, but I do my best. I do my best. This place rocks. I can hardly see because the sun is so low, and just over the top there, it'll probably be blown out. Look at all the fish here. Probably be blown out, but you can see a sort of mountain in the background. There's some beautiful, colourful houses. Keep the camera forward, you want to see the fish, not me. There's some beautiful houses up there, some sort of colourful houses. Look, she's kalchi, cutting it up. Hairtail fish. There's the old town, or the new town, the tourist town. Here's where we are. This lady's cutting up more. And here is the, for want of another word, the penis fish, affectionately known as. Hello. That is a super popular, but you see, upside down these fish. I'm going to be honest, I've got a feeling it may be that they're not in the best condition, but I could be wrong. I never sort of jumped to that supposition because, you know, I've been up and down here 2 or 3 times since we arrived here. Haven't filmed before, so sorry about that. But I notice all the time there's at least sort of 30% of those fish are swimming upside down. And if I say that's terrible, that's because the health of the fish, concern for the health of the fish, mind of the fish is going to be food. But if I say that, somebody's going to say to me, no, you don't know what you're talking about. They always swim upside down. They're the upside down fish of South Korea. Everybody is eating along here. Beautiful, fresh. And probably walking into the sun is probably destroying this. Look at that stock, little fish stock with heart, lungs, all sorts of offal in there. Now I've been told 2 or 3 times that, you know, people don't like you filming in South Korea. I don't know. You know, there are cameras everywhere. There are cameras just above me here, cameras all over. They're put there by the government, and I think people are more used to seeing people filming. Anyway, we're going to take a left here. Just behind here, by the way, if I had the drone, I could chuck it up there. It definitely is. It's a shipyard or a fishing ship yard. Oh, there's more fish here. Look, Hotteok again, I think. Hello. Hotteok, yeah? Hotteok, yeah. Jeju. I seem so knowledgeable, don't I? I'm veritably a local. These apples, I think they're apples. Don't touch them, Stephen, you get into trouble. So that lady, she had a little cart. She was just pushing through the streets. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow. So look at this, manta ray. Hello. What's the name? The name? The name? No, it's okay. Thank you. I did try to find out for you. You heard. Look at all these dry fish here. They're a manta ray or a ray of some sort. All, you know, the fans are blowing, drying them off. If you didn't see it, there was a day in the life of a Korean market which I put up recently, and there's a lady cutting up fish in there. You should check it out. It's a non-talking, but it's a good video. I think so. So fresh. I imagine most of this was caught within the last 24 hours. Not the vegetables, of course. It's an octopus here. And through there are the boats. You can't really see, but just through there. Hello. Can I put a photo? Can I do a photo through the window? Yeah, thank you. So look. Can you see all the fishing boats through there? Thank you. 감사합니다. Thank you very much. These are little shops. You see, each of these is a little shop front, but right on the port. So you know the fish is fresh. Not as fresh on this side because they're not right next to the port, obviously. They have to wait an extra 10 paces to get their fish. Oh, I bet I'm going to get... Shall I leave that clip in? If you saw that clip of the fish wriggling on the barbecue plate, you let me know what you think about it. Should I have left it in? I'm going to leave it in. And if you enjoy this, I'm going to take you on a little walk around the big fish market. Hello. 안녕하세요. Oh look, pig's head. A pig's head. This is good. It's where I make the guanciale. If you haven't seen my chef videos, you can check out how I process the pig's head. So much fish, and a lot of it is, there's a bit of roe on here, look. A lot of it is sort of semi-dried, so they're starting to dry the fish out. Obviously in this heat, and you know, with traditions as they are, you would expect that the fish has to be stored, not always in refrigeration. And so over the years, they've developed a taste and also a processing for salted fish. And so much of the fish here is salted, semi-dried, which means you can actually store it just out here like this. And it's perfectly fine. Hello, 안녕하세요. Perfectly fine to store it for 2, 3, 4 days. I'll be honest, there's a market in here. You know, people won't like me saying it, but you can store it for weeks once it's been salted, months even. Oh, I can go through. Oh, there's an opening. And here, is this galchi? Is this galchi? Oh, sorry, man. Getting in the way. Salted galchi. Look at that. Beautiful. So out here, I managed to get a little sneak through. Oh, he's drying the fish here on nets. Gamax. Gamax? Yeah. Gamax. Okay. Gamax. Gentleman saying, wow, look at this. This is a port. Look at this place. This is a proper working fishing port. You've got all the pieces of rebar down here where the boats pull up. Over there is all the modernity of the lot mile. And she's just brought the fish out here for a bit of sunning, a bit of drying out. There's a mackerel of sorts, the galchi again. Hello.
아니 그쪽으로 계속 올라가면서
What does it smell like? Some of you might ask, what's it smell like? Beautiful, fresh. Let me just make sure the camera's still rolling. Fresh, like sea air, salted fish, sea air. No bad smells down here at all. No bad smells at all. And just to keep the flies off, they've got these sort of like automated, they just sort of knock the flies off as the fish is drying, keeps them away. There's no way the flies are going to land on that if they're going to get whacked by a piece of silver foil. The lady here's selling noodles as well. Well, this truly is the best way to end our series here in South Korea, in a market away from the tourists. I'll probably come up here, there'll be a big tour guide going through. Say, and on the right side we've got fish, on the left side we've got pork. Follow the flag. Now this is more of a, there are so many, do you know what, you can't walk more than 20 paces when you're not in another market. Market after market. This lady's got all of the beautiful, these are fermented fish. Amazing. I was about to tell you what everything was there, but I think I'll leave it for someone in the comments. You might get at least 2 things right. So yes, this is another market, look. But this is a local market. Right. I'm going to go back down onto the waterfront because I really love that fishy smell. And the chances every few seconds of seeing something super interesting. Look at that big bandsaw there for cutting up frozen fish. Nice cleaning up his lady, sorry. Excuse me, madam. Cleaning up her mincer. Let's get back on the waterfront. Salt, 6,000 for, I think it's about a kilo or pounds. It's done in these wooden blocks. Maybe someone can explain to us exactly how that works. So you can get a bag of it here for about 1,000, or you can buy it coarse here, and that will give you the perfect salt for salting your fish. And technically, if you're clever, you can recycle it over and over and over again. How beautiful. I get weird colours coming off. They have these lights which sometimes offer a sort of banding I have never worked out. I've tried it at 50 hertz, at 60 hertz, at different frame rates. I can never quite come up with a solution that when I'm inside the markets it won't get that black banding. If anyone can tell me, and I know what you're going to say, oh well, you should try a different, PAL or NTSC. It doesn't work. 25 frames a second, 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second. Hasn't given me a solution that works. Wow. Galchi, 10,000. I mean, look. This beautiful fish. So fresh. 안녕하세요. Lovely lady, big smile. Big smile. Always what we would have called a tinker in the old days. Well, sort of, but selling chef knives. So he's got a store with all these beautiful knives. God, if I could, I'd get one of these just as a souvenir, but we can't really take it with us. Even one of these, it's a beautiful little knife, isn't it? Look at that. Gorgeous. If you don't think they're called tinkers, then Google it and let me know if I'm wrong. Hello, 안녕하세요. Galchi is definitely the most popular fish. Galchi, yeah. Thank you. Now that's a fish I've barely seen anywhere else in the world, and it's the most common fish here in Korea. Galchi, or hairtail fish, one of another word. There's a lady, she's actually got one of those knives. Look, cutting up the meat, prepping. Some sort of mackerel, I think. Gorgeous looking. Nowhere not to film. Sometimes I don't want to film. Mainly because I caught her unawares. If she'd seen me walking up, she probably would have called me over, but because she was actually cutting and then she might look up and see the camera, she might feel that I'm filming without asking. But often I'll see people smiling away, and then you know that they're happy for you to grab the camera out. So over here there's some redfish. Not sure what fish that is. I won't take a guess. Coming close if any of you want to see. Semi-dried again, you can tell with the eyes. 안녕하세요. Right, on a high note, let's leave it there. Thank you, beautiful South Korea. Thank you to all the people. Thank you for the cities we've been to. Sorry I haven't done as much in Busan. We planned we'd probably be in Busan doing most of the filming. We just never got here in time, and now, alas, time has run out. So love to you all, love to everybody. Get yourselves to South Korea, have a wonderful time here. Follow some of the itinerary that we've set out. Go in those small markets and explore. And from Michelle and I, she's not here with me. Love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Oh, by the way, I'm going to pop over and film in the big fish market, so there will be a second video from Busan. See you next time. Oh, that's some guys, film crew here doing a bit of filming. There's a guy looking very dapper in a white suit. Feel like I just walked on a film set.